Hi dear viewer, I'm Kawesi Joseph, and I'm a GSoC 2015 intern that has been working on the second phase for the chartsearch module for the reference application. We did quite a number of things, and this video is a presentation of what we have so far done and what we hope to do in time to come. My mentor is Kayuwa Daniel and Maulia, and let me just go straight to the demonstration of the project, where I will capture all the things that we've so far done. Maybe just to mention, last time we used to launch the chartsearch module using the links that were available on the patient page and the patient dashboard page. So we added another way. You can go to the system administration page, then you load the chartsearch module using its launcher, and we provided a launcher tab where you can select a patient, and automatically that will take you to the chartsearch page for that specific patient. So we provided several other things, like currently you can search using synonyms from the concept dictionary. You can search using those. You just type a synonym for a specific concept, and it will return the observation if there are any for that specific search. We also provided several other things. Like you can see, we display a summary of results and the retrieval time. We also supported search suggestions. So for example, as the user types in, we suggest from the current observations for that specific patient. In case the user has the history available, then we suggest from the history itself. So basically that's about the suggestions. We also provided history, whereby in case someone searches for something, it is automatically stored in the history, like C. And let me just get back to the previous. So that's about history. Every search is stored in history. We also have bookmarks, where someone can attach specific categories on a search and then favorite that search or mark that search as a bookmark. So let me just bookmark a search for blood with category test. So that should have added it. So let me just check now. Okay, now it's available. So that's about the bookmark. And in case anytime you search for example for blood, if it has any bookmarks or comments, then it will automatically indicate that by the change of icons. So we also provided notes. With notes, that is, a provider or the user of the module can add specific notes, maybe which can be understood by himself about the search, or just like remembering what was trying to search for, maybe the how critical is the information retrieved, and so on and so forth. And the notes that can be added onto a specific search can either be global or personal. So for example, if this is a global note is of priority high, and a personal note is of low priority. So I already have a global. Maybe let me just say, let me just add. If you do not select, then that will save it as of low priority. So that's about the notes. Just have to quicken up. We provided default search. For example, if you launched if you just launch chart search page for a specific patient, let me get one who is not reading the records. So let me just get maybe this. So if you launch see, not have any records, let's try again. Okay, so the first time it retrieves all the results. That's the default search for the initial implementation, just in case you just landed onto the chart search page for a specific patient. However, when you make any search, for example a search for maybe CD, that will store that as history. And also the second time now you land onto the page, it will pick the last saved history, and that will be the default search. Next to that, we also have a personal or a preferred default search, whereby you can choose one from the bookmarks. This patient has no bookmarks, so I'll go back to the previous patients and go to the bookmark manager. We provided a default option, so in case I want to make, for example, blood as the default search for patient Shavola, I'll save that. And so if I just refresh the page, then it will search for blood, and then it will attach the categories that were selected for that specific bookmark. So that is a default search. And now in case you to search for anything else, in case it will not pick from the last history, it will just get the default search. So that one makes you to globalize the search for all the patients. Like if you save if user A saves marks maybe bookmark, a certain specific bookmark as their default search, that will be searched for all the other patients whose chart search page you fire or you load. We provided still quick searches. There's a link here where we get 2 historic searches and then 3 bookmarked searches. That's about the quick searches. We have management pages for history and bookmarks and notes. So I think gotta delete this. Good. So in case you want to remove the default search, all you've got to do is to delete that bookmark which has the default selection. You can delete it using selecting it and then pressing the delete selected button, or launch it and then delete it by itself. So now if I go back to this patient, search for blood, because that's the historic search still, but now if I search for C, if I reload, that will be searching for C, not blood, because I've deleted the bookmark that was selected as a default search. We plan to support searching for allergies. Currently, allergies are being indexed and returned to the client or to the browser, and all that is left is to get them show up in the list and also be able to display them as detail. So we hope to do that by early next week, and we also plan to come up with a release of 1.3 by early next week, where we shall have the allergies feature incorporated. So there are several things we've talked about, several things so far that the module is supporting. Let me just go through a list of them. We've talked about synonyms. We've talked about summary of results. We've talked about suggestions, and we've talked about history. We've talked about bookmarks. We've talked about notes. We've talked about the default search. I will not write that. We've talked about quick searches. We've talked about the management of history, notes, and bookmarks. What is pending is, for example, we need to support searching of appointments. So appointments is one of the pending things. We also have to change the graph. We're still deciding about which graph to choose, and we also have to the filters, the providers filters, locations and time filters don't seem to work well, so we shall be fixing those, and we shall be adding more categories to filter with, and we hope to also come up with aggregate searches. So that's all for now. I encourage you to please review our work and comment about it. In other words, we are so much interested in your feedback. How is the project going? Are you satisfied by what we've done so far? Do you want us to add anything else? We shall be glad to get such comments so that we can work upon your desired features. Have some two links I want to provide to you. One of them is the GitHub, the source code link is that, and the other one is the wiki page for the project. Thank you so much for watching my video.